What I'm saying is that the core principles of the West are Jewish, largely Jewish principles, plus Christian principles, which are different from Judaism, but all of them implemented through Christianity, the foundational creed of the West. Now, I don't think that you can save the West unless you connect the West to those principles. And that means fighting and getting rid of the ideologies that have sought to supplant them. For example, human rights culture, as opposed to the culture which comes out of the Hebrew Bible and Christianity, which is a culture of responsibility to create a community. Human rights culture is inimical to that. So what I'm saying in the book is that I believe that the old divisions that we used to think obtained, which insofar as they had any credence at all, don't obtain now, were, for example, left versus right, women versus men, black people versus white-skinned people, gay people versus straight people, one religion versus another religion, or all people of religion versus secular atheistic people. I don't think those divisions are relevant anymore, because I think that what matters is another division, which is in all those groups and creeds and cultures, there are people who value the West, understand the West, and understand the importance and the significance of the values that are particular to the West. And they want them to continue, they want the West to continue as a recognizable particular culture. From all those creeds and cultures, from all those creeds and cultures, there is another set of people who want the West to just be destroyed, who can't stand the West and want it to be removed and replaced by a brotherhood of man or whatever. I'm saying that there should be a kind of what I call a countercultural resistance movement, a kind of alliance for civilization, composed of all those people from all cultures and creeds who want the West to continue. Now, all those people from all cultures and creeds have to basically agree that the Western principles that they value and want to continue are Jewish and Christian principles. They can't possibly say, well, we want the West to continue, but we want it to continue as a universalist creed. We want it to continue as a human rights-based... No, that's not the West. People from the Muslim world, people from the Hindu and Sikh world have got to be able to say, if they're going to be part of this alliance, they've got to be able to say, we value the West, and we understand that what makes the West are Jewish and Christian values, so we're going to uphold those. We're not going to try and replace them. That's an absolutely essential thing. So you have all cultures and creeds who come together, but on a Jewish-Christian prospectus, as it were. That's a difficult trick, but it's essential, because my whole argument is that these principles are particular to the West, and they're based in Judaism and Christianity. So you can't protect and defend and support the West unless you're protecting and defending and supporting those principles. And people have got to get their heads around that. And it's perfectly possible to come from the Muslim world, to come from the Hindu world, to come from to be an atheist, and to agree that these principles have to be upheld. Otherwise, the show comes off the road. We don't keep the culture going. And there are many people who do get this, who are not themselves Jews or Christians. They do get it. But it's one of the confusions of the age that, you can only be a Jew or a Christian if you believe, if you think this. Well, no, actually, you've actually got to understand and value what the West is.